We're not allowed to have an opinion unless it fits your narrative. Isn't that right? Psycho Steam Deck community. A bunch of fucking psychopaths. Honest to fucking God.
I wonder if he expected this video to blow over well.
My channel is under attack by Steam Deck cultists that can't take criticism.
Oh my God. The irony. How's it going, bros? My name's PewDiePie, and welcome back to another cringy-ass video on the dark web. I'm sorry, I'm not actually PewDiePie. So, what's today's video about? Well, today we've got a follow-up video to the video I made yesterday on literally the worst Steam Deck review, right? Worse than Quantum TV's Steam Deck review, which I guarantee you've all seen, and I've covered it. And when I'm saying this was worse than Quantum's, I mean vastly worse. It somehow made Quantum's videos all look like well thought out and well articulated criticisms of the Steam Deck, which they're not. And now in part 2, we have the response to the very obvious backlash that this guy was going to receive, making an incredibly stupid video saying incredibly untrue things about the Steam Deck. But before we get into that, there are two commenters I'd like to shout out and read the comments of in this video. This one comes from Pawn Mackay, or McKee, I don't know. Correct me in the comments, but it says, I can 100% confirm Jordan's cock is bigger than the Steam Deck. I'll fucking dwarf that Steam Deck. So yeah, you heard it right there, boys. My cock is in fact bigger than the Steam Deck. And we've also got this one from Rogue Spartan, telling me that I should try and look more like my profile picture, which was actually a Snapchat Bitmoji from when I was 13. Look, I'll wear the shades, and even though these aren't really square shades, but I just got these bad boys fixed today, as if I'm not wearing them, right? And I'll wear the headset. But a hoodie in this Australian summer? Absolutely fucking not. You'll have to wait until winter for that one, I'm sorry. So the video we're going to be looking at comes again from our boy Canadian Gamer, and it is titled, My Harrowing Encounter with the Valve Steam Deck Cult Rant. Which again, I am glad that he clarified that it's a rant, because as we all know, that means that this video will make absolutely 0 sense. But anyway, boys, without further ado, let's just get straight into this video.
How's it going, guys? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer, coming at you with another video. Now, today's topic of conversation, little bit of a rant video, if you will.
Oh, it's just like the last one. Is it also gonna make 0 sense?
Again, we're talking about the Steam community, specifically the Steam Deck. So, about 2 days ago, I put out a video just addressing my concerns, my opinion, if you will, on the Steam Deck console, which was released earlier this year.
Oh god. Just addressing his concerns, his opinions of the Steam Deck. You know, while he was also saying that if you like the Steam Deck, you're a fat neckbeard loser, and stuff like that. Yeah, just opinions and concerns. I already know he's gonna defend his video by saying it's just my opinion. Listen, there's a difference between an opinion and just blatantly fucking lying. For example, there's a difference between me saying I don't like eggs and me saying that the inside of an egg is chicken shit. Like, there's a difference between those two statements, because one is me stating my opinion, and one is me trying to make an objective statement about reality, which is just blatantly untrue. Which, by the way, most of what this guy did in his video was the second one.
And there seems to be a deep-rooted, toxic vitriol cult surrounding this device. So I put out this video and I threw it out there.
Just a little fair warning for you, my guy. If you make toxic content trying to antagonize people and saying dumb shit like you did in your video, you're going to attract a toxic audience and toxic people to your video. Hence why you have ended up on my channel. What I find funny with this guy, Quantum TV, pretty much anyone who makes these terrible criticisms and tries to walk it back in a later video is that the second the community disagrees with them, oh, they're toxic. They become toxic.
And the problem with my video, okay, the problem with my video...
Oh my god, is he actually going to take on board constructive criticism and address actual problems with this video?
Is no one's allowed to have an opinion.
Nope, never mind. He was just gonna walk it back and do the old quantum TV dance of, if someone disagrees with me, that means that they're saying I can't have an opinion, which, by the way, no one is saying you can't have an opinion. We're simply disagreeing with your opinion, and more importantly, the false statements you made about the Steam Deck, such as you've got to go through some weird backdoor to install Windows. You know, acting like Steam tries to stop you from installing Windows, which they don't. And also there was just dumb shit you complained about. Like having to create a Steam account to use Steam.
Okay? Unless it fits the narrative of the Steam Deck cult.
The narrative of the Steam Deck cult. I wonder if he realizes that there are plenty of people who dislike the Steam Deck out there that don't get the same response as him. And you know why that is? It's because they don't portray their opinions, firstly, like a complete arse, and secondly, they actually portray their opinions as opinions, and they don't make objectively false statements about them. You know, they just say, I don't like this product, not for me. That's literally all these motherfuckers have to say if they don't like the Steam Deck. In fact, it ain't even the opinion of disliking the Steam Deck or the criticisms themselves, because it literally just comes across as, I hate the Steam Deck, oh, but it's just my opinion, but also fuck you if you like the Steam Deck. Like, this is the exact same thing Quantum TV did, only somehow this guy did it worse.
No one's allowed to have an opinion on the device, okay?
No, you can have an opinion on the device, just don't say objectively false things about it. Like that you can't install Windows.
If you're not speaking highly about the device, then the cult comes out with pitchforks.
Bro, they were disagreeing with your opinion in a comment section. Which, yes, I've been through his comment section. There are some novels there, but mostly it's just people debunking his incredibly terrible arguments. And rightfully so, they're terrible. Although, am I the only one who finds it seriously ironic that these people who say, guys, they're saying that because my opinion conflicts with theirs, I shouldn't put my opinion out there, are also telling you that you shouldn't have an opinion because it conflicts with theirs. Like, listen, bitch, this is the internet. We're allowed to criticize each other's opinions. Alright, if you can't handle the heat, get out of the oven.
If you go over to that video, there's there's got to be over 250 comments on that video.
It's also funny to note that the comment he shows on screen is just some guy saying that the Steam Deck is good. And he responded to it, probably arguing with it. Let's just be honest. I'm actually, you know what? I don't want to make that claim and not verify it, so I'm gonna Alright, I just fact checked that. Yep, he did in fact argue with it. He said, you sound like a used car salesman. And then proceeded to argue with people responding to him.
And I'm talking like novels, comments where you literally have to scroll down to read the whole comment. I'm not gonna read these ridiculous long ass comments.
Well then don't read them and don't respond to them. It's that simple. If you don't want to read novel comments, don't respond to them. Like, that's the thing. People who type out novel comments in comment sections, I actually feel sorry for. They literally have nothing better to do with their life than type away at their keyboard an incredibly long comment for basically no reward, other than that they might get the attention of the person they made a video on.
From these cult members that swarmed my video just to, you know, protest how good this device is and how wrong I am, you know. Oh, that Canadian gamer, how dare he have an opinion? How dare he speak down on our device? Ah!
This is the interesting thing about all these videos. They know, the people saying this shit, they even know their arguments are indefensible. He knows his arguments are indefensible. That's why he doesn't actually defend his argument, but his right to say it. Even though nobody was attacking his right to say it. Everybody was attacking his argument.
Absolutely ridiculous, you know? I got people in the comments that were straight up arguing with me.
You know, I find this funny. He's complaining about people arguing with him in the comments section. Except you realize that to start an argument in the comments section, you have to also reciprocate and argue, which makes you equally as much of a loser as the person arguing with you.
And they're like, what are you talking about? It doesn't come installed with Windows. Yes, it does. Oh, you can install Windows right out of the box. Sure you can. Sure you can.
You know, the funny thing is that the people telling him that you can install Windows right out of the box probably actually own a Steam Deck, unlike this chuckle fuck who hasn't actually shown us his Steam Deck or any proof that he actually owns one. I find that interesting, that he's talking like he knows everything about the device, but then there's people correcting him, and he's not accepting that.
It's absolute bullshit. You gotta run over to your fucking laptop or your desktop and somehow download Windows from there and then import it onto your Steam Deck. You know, sure, maybe it'll take 15 minutes.
Nope, stop. No. This guy has no idea what he's talking about. Literally, he has no idea what he is talking about. The Steam Deck has a USB port. It has USB ports. You do not need to run over to your computer and then run back to your Steam Deck to install Windows. You can install Windows on the Steam Deck as you would a regular computer. All you need is just the device you want to install the operating system on, and a USB with the operating system on it. Then you just install it onto the device and set up the operating system. It's that simple. Okay, you don't need to run to one computer and then run to the other. It's actually just, it's mind-boggling. He is acting like he knows what he's talking about here. And yet me, someone with minimal experiences, I've installed one operating system, and I know more than this motherfucker.
For someone who lives in their mom's basement and has nothing better to do with their time to fool around with shit like that.
No, I've got plenty of better things to do with my time. I just understand it takes a lot less time and is a lot easier than I might think. Also, just from this guy's setup, he wants to talk about how everyone else lives in their mom's basement. I am not convinced that this guy lives outside of his mom's basement. Just look at that setup. That is the setup you would have in your mom's basement. Like, if I asked everybody to imagine 30-year-old virgin that lives in their mom's basement, this image would come to your mind. But yeah, we're the basement dwellers, because, you know, we're not stupid and we actually know how to install operating systems.
But for the rest of us out there, especially those who are between the ages, let's say 37 and 60, we don't have time to fuck around with shit like that, okay? We don't have time to fuck around with shit like that.
Okay, there is so much to go over in that clip. Not only did he add the clapping sound effect, which is incredibly soy, he's also talking like he doesn't have time for that. You have time to sit down and record this video. Shut the fuck up. I don't have time to do this very basic thing. Yes, you do. You clearly do. I can see an example of the time you have right here. And let's just face it, you probably do have more time than this. What about all the time you spend playing on your Xbox? What about all the time you spend driving to EB Games or GameStop or whatever they have in America to buy games? You clearly have time, my guy. If you legitimately don't even have 10 minutes in a day because you have that much responsibility, then what the fuck are you doing with an Xbox in the background of your videos? In fact, what are you doing making YouTube videos?
And the thing is too, is like, if you talk to anyone who's not a YouTuber or who's not involved in the gaming community, if you talk to just a regular old consumer on the street, newsflash, they don't know what the Steam Deck is, guys. No one's heard of it, okay?
Why did he add a clap sound effect for his incredibly shitty point about how nobody knows what the Steam Deck is. That has nothing to do with this video, or any argument that anyone is making. The Steam Deck is a niche product. Most people who know about the Steam Deck know that most people do not know about the Steam Deck. Why? Because it's a niche product, okay? It's made for a niche audience. Of course, if I went up to the average person on the street, they wouldn't know what it is. Like, I don't even know what he's trying to argue at this point. Like, genuinely, I have no idea. He's just said something and then added a clap sound effect for it, which, by the way, the clap sound effect pisses me off. Like, this is the YouTube equivalent of nodding at a job and asking if the other person came.
And you guys are stuck in this gaming community bubble, and you can't look at it from a 360-degree perspective to understand that this device is seriously flawed.
Okay, we all know the Steam Deck has flaws, but you did not highlight any of those flaws.
And like I said, heaven forbid I'd have an opinion. You know, I got people calling me a noob. I got people calling me an idiot.
I mean, I can't really disagree with that one.
I got Relic Gamer saying that I'm dumb.
That's the same thing as being an idiot.
Why? Because I have an opinion?
No, because the things you say are dumb. It's that simple.
I didn't say anything that was necessarily wrong.
Where do I even begin with that one? Look, I'm not gonna go over all of the things he said in the last video again. I've already debunked them in the last video, so if you want to see that, link in the description. Please go watch it. Please, I want ad revenue.
I just said a few things that triggered you guys.
Triggered! This guy watches Ben Shapiro owning the Libs compilations.
But like, just imagine. Just imagine. You have to go over and look at the comments to understand what I'm saying.
I've looked at them, so okay.
Imagine somebody buys a Steam Deck, okay? And they're happy with what they purchased.
Yep. That's probably most people that buy a Steam Deck.
They're a fanboy of the Steam Deck.
That's a pretty large leap. So you buy a Steam Deck, you're happy with what you purchased, now you're a fanboy. I mean, bro, that's a pretty far leap, my guy. Like, you ever considered doing long jump for the Olympics?
Yet, they still feel compelled to somehow find my video that's talking negatively about the device, watch my video, allegedly.
I wish I could just allegedly watch this video. Sadly, I have to actually watch it.
And proceed to leave a gigantic comment defending their console.
Most people left very short comments. It was that one guy who left a gigantic comment, and he's gonna use it to create a straw man of everyone.
It's like, if you love the device so much, number one, why are you still watching YouTube videos about the device?
If you love the device so much, why are you watching YouTube videos about the device? I don't know, man. That Xbox in the background of your video looks pretty cool. Have you ever watched a YouTube video about Xbox or an Xbox game? If you have, then I really gotta ask. I thought you loved the device so much. Why are you watching videos about it? I don't know, man. Maybe they just wanted to see what other people thought of the Steam Deck. Maybe they just wanted to find tips and tricks for how to use the Steam Deck. Maybe they just stumbled upon your video, thought this looks interesting, and then found out, oh, this guy is incredibly soy.
Isn't that something you do before you make the decision to purchase it? So you've already purchased the device, it's all set up, and you're using it to your heart's content, but you're still completely obsessed with it to the point where you're watching every single YouTube video under the sun about the Steam Deck, positive and negative.
How do you know that they haven't watched like 2 or 3 videos and not every single YouTube video under the sun? My brain is getting smoother by the fucking second that I watch this video. This guy is dragging me down to his intelligence level. I was really enjoying my IQ points being above 40.
And you're clicking on my video even though you've already made up your mind that the Steam Deck can do no wrong. Yet you've sought out my video, Little Old Canadian Gamer.
Bro, it probably just came up on their recommended. They didn't seek out your video. Like, how the fuck would they have known to type in Canadian Gamer Steam Deck review? All I hear from this guy is just, boo-hoo, poor me, I can't take criticism.
Like I said, nobody's allowed to have an opinion without being called wrong or dumb or an idiot or a noob.
The only reason you are getting called dumb and wrong is because you made objectively dumb and wrong statements about the Steam Deck. Otherwise, you wouldn't be getting called any of those things. Which, funnily enough, again, it is very ironic that he is standing on this moral high horse of, you shouldn't insult people who have a different opinion, and yet he's insulting people who have different opinions than him by saying that people who like the Steam Deck are greasy neckbeards and that they live in their mom's basement.
These cultists within the community, it's absolutely ridiculous how they'll take a video and post it on a Discord group chat or in a Reddit forum, and they'll send their hate worshippers after said YouTuber, in this case myself. It's fucking pathetic, man. It's so sad.
This entire video is just massive soy energy of just, boo-hoo, poor me, I'm the victim. I'm the victim. That's basically what this video is.
It's so sad. I got people leaving comments, you know, getting into the technical nitty-gritty, the nuances of the device, if you will, telling me all these things that I said wrong, and getting into specs and how you can do certain things to the device. And no.
Yeah, no. Guys, don't do that. Don't tell him about the specs of the device and how you can do things, okay? Knowledge is bad. If you know things, you are probably a 14-year-old living in your mother's basement.
Like I said, the average consumer doesn't even know the Steam Deck exists.
So, you know it exists. Why would you not want to educate yourself on how the device works and how to use it? This makes no sense.
A lot of us are busy. We have a life outside of video gaming and YouTube. No, we don't have time to fool around with the device and tinker with the device and install Windows through some backdoor method and, you know, uninstall Linux and
some backdoor method, aka installing an operating system as you would any operating system. Because this is the thing you'll find with these types of people. I don't have time means I'm too lazy to use Google. Yes, you do have time, okay? Shut the fuck up. If your time was really so scarce that you couldn't do 5 minutes of Google research and maybe a 5 to 10 minute setup process to install an operating system, then you wouldn't have a YouTube channel. You wouldn't own an Xbox. You wouldn't have the time to argue with people in the comments section of your videos. But you do have the time for all those things. So what does that tell me? Tells me you're bullshitting.
You know, between the ages of like 14 years old to 28, you're younger generation, well, I still live at home and has all the time in the world to sit there and tinker around with your technology. You haven't really lived your life yet, okay? Once you actually get married, as an example, buy a house, have other responsibilities in your life. Okay, you're quickly gonna realize you're not gonna be able to spend 3 hours a night tinkering around with your Raspberry Pi or your Steam Deck or anything for that matter.
Bro, I'm done. Bro, you do not need 3 hours a night to install an operating system. If you think that, you are genuinely, and I say this, genuinely retarded. You do not need 3 hours a night to install an operating system. Or to do any of the tinkers on the Steam Deck, really. You can do most of them in 5 minutes. Less. Like, no one's saying you need 3 hours a night. You're saying that because you don't understand any of this shit, and you don't want other people to help or correct you. Like, this guy is actually brain dead. I'm not even joking.
You're just gonna want to be able to buy what it is that you want to buy, bring it home, and plug it into your fucking TV. That's why so many people love video game consoles, because you just plug it into your TV and it's ready to go.
No, you do not just plug it into your TV and it's ready to go. Because when you buy a video game console, you've still got to set it up, wait for the system to install on it, okay, all the software updates, and then you've got to create an account for it. Just like you do with the Steam Deck or installing an operating system. It is not just plug it into your TV and it's ready to go. You still have to do shit, my guy. That is just... I can't tell if he's actually this stupid or he's just dishonest.
We're not allowed to have an opinion unless it fits your narrative. Isn't that right? Psycho Steam Deck community. A bunch of fucking psychopaths. Honest to fucking God.
I wonder if he expected this video to blow over well.
My channel is under attack by Steam Deck cultists that can't take criticism.
Oh my God. The irony. The fucking irony of him saying anybody else can't take criticism when this video is literally just him not being able to take criticism. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
And aren't, you know, willing to listen to someone else's opinion.
Bro, that's exactly what he's doing. Oh my God. He also is not willing to listen to anybody else's opinion. Which, by the way, your opinion wasn't an opinion. You were just making genuinely false statements about the Steam Deck. Somehow, he made a response video worse than Quantum TV's response to criticism. Holy shit. That was fucking terrible. That was atrocious. So anyway, that's gonna be the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe? Turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upload. Follow me on Twitter at JordanCSNo. Subscribe to the second channel, JordanCS2. And join the Discord server, the CS Nation. Links to all of those will be in the description. Please don't send any hate over to Canadian Gamer. It's really unneeded. But that's all for today. So until the next one, piss off.